Now, back by popular demand, it's the Lance Roberts Show.
And good morning and welcome to the Financial Fitness Friday, the black sheep of the Lance Roberts Show. The show Lance doesn't want to talk about to anybody because he finds it boring. Financial planning is boring, right, Danny?
Oh, man, all day long.
We find it exciting. But,
yeah.
Well, you know what? Everybody's good at something, and we need Lance to do the portfolios and the technical analysis and so forth. So we're very glad, Lance, you find this boring, even though I know you're listening this morning.
We're going to talk about things you can't control.
That's right. Well, hey, I'm Rich Rosso, and here with Danny Ratliff, Certified Financial Planners. And we have a special guest for you that we'll talk about in a little bit. So thanks for being with us. Hope you had a great Valentine's Day. Hope you got everything that you wanted. And, well, the one thing that you may not be getting, but we want to clear up, is a refund. And we call it the no fun in refund. Why, Danny, there should be no fun in refund.
No, this drives me nuts,
me
right?
Too.
So tax scam, hashtag tax scams all over social media. People are, they have pitchforks waiting outside because they're so upset they're not getting a tax refund. Or, excuse me, they have an 8% decrease in their refund, correct?
Yeah.
Is it something like 8%?
Yeah, something like 8%, and also the number of filings. And there's, again, we love the checks. Listen, who doesn't like to get checks?
Oh, hey, it's great.
Right? So, but we got these little buggers in our head called endorphins, and these are the happiness drugs that we create. And whenever we receive a check, and I don't care if it's a refund, a rebate, an overpayment, we smile. We love that. Emotionally, refunds are seductive, but financially, not so much. So Kit Yarrow is a consumer psychologist and explains that it's a soup of emotion. It's a relief, first of all, not writing a check. There's a perceived windfall, the pleasure of an enforced savings plan. What? We don't need an enforced savings plan, do we? Yeah, because we need the IRS to be our disciplinarian. That's where we are.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's where I really differ on that. So everybody thinks this is some great savings plan. The problem is nobody saves it. They turn around and spend it. I mean, retailers love tax refund days, right? They love tax season because they know that people are going to go out and they're going to spend money.
And Danny, you just brought this up because the Twitter rants about refunds down over 8% over last year, and that standard refund I think is off like $300. And there were the reasons. First, we did have the government slowdown. That created a delay in filings.
It did.
Second, many taxpayers, here's the truth, failed to adjust their tax withholding last year. That's another shameful example of zero financial literacy in the U.S.
Not just many, most. Home Depot did a study, and they went through and saw how many people actually went through and adjusted. 1% of their employees adjusted. 1%.
I didn't know this. It's very interesting.
That's huge.
Home Depot went through that?
Home Depot went through and just saw, hey, how many people went through and adjusted their W-4? You and I were talking about this a lot last year. But here's the other thing.
Wow.
Think about the hashtag. Everybody loved the plan last year because their paychecks went up. So we tend to forget about that. We have such a short memory that we were jumping for joy last year. Everybody said, man, this is great. We're getting more money. But here we go in our tax refund. It's not as much.
Right. So can we try to deprogram everybody? So I want you to take the fun out of refund. And there are 4 ways. And that's today. Danny just said it. You have to adjust your withholding, your W-4 with your employer. So less is taken from your paycheck. You need help on that? Well, the IRS does have a pretty decent withholding calculator at irs.gov. Talk to your tax advisor. Talk to your financial advisor. So that tax withholding, along with overall tax planning for the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, is like fine-tuning, right? It's like when you're trying to tune in 700K ACV on the dial. It's a calibration. So you want to feel good. I know this is hard about owing money, not a refund, because that provides use of your money for the entire year, right? So you got it for the year. So you got to calibrate to paying to between $100 to $500 on tax day. You see, I see owing within reason an accomplishment. I had a couple here.
I think you're right.
A few, and again, I just came up with this 100 to 500 because I meet with people, and I met with a great couple the other day. They're a young couple. They're great at saving. They're incredible with debt. They're coming into a windfall, and they want to be smart about it, which was really made my heart warm. That they were actually looking for some help, and And they go, we really feel horrible every year. We feel like we're doing something wrong. And I'm like, I don't know. I went through everything you're doing, and I think you're darn good. They go, well, every year we owe about $500-600 to the IRS. I went, let me hug you both.
Yeah, that's great.
They managed to put more money into savings. They did exactly what people don't do when they get their refund. They've been saving along the way in an online savings account. I said, can I hug you again? So remember, I know it's tough because you're dealing with the endorphins in your brain, but you have to understand that, that's your money. So if you consider a refund some form of enforced savings, I think you need to do a little bit of a self-awareness exercise. Assess your household cash flow. Why can't you save on your own? Well, it takes some tough love and soul searching to figure it out, don't you think?
It does. And I want you to put it in this perspective. I guarantee if we polled our listeners today, most of them would say they don't like government intervention. They don't like the government doing these things. And yet we're giving the government a 0% interest loan. Think about that. So if, like your client who had this money in the high yield savings accounts, we're seeing rates at 2.25%, give or take. And, if you guys have been listening for a while over the last year or two, you've seen rates have been going up. This is something you and I talk about frequently.
That's right.
So you are missing out by not being able to control your own funds. You want somebody to control your own destiny, or do you want to do it yourself?
And that's true. So, and I think the 700 KSCV audience is probably pretty smart about it.
Yep.
I'd like to say that. So you got to consider all you can do with your refund money as it's along the way in your paycheck. And you just said it, paying off high interest debt. Unfortunately, even though money market accounts and savings have gone up, what else?
Yep.
Borrowing
revolving
costs have gone up, right? Unsecured revolving debt, credit card debt. The average rate, I think, right now, according to creditcards.com, is roughly 17%.
That's right.
I would dare to say yours, if you're carrying a balance, is 24%. So we got to keep in mind, no fun in refund, okay? This is where your brain tricks you. So when we get back, we got Brian Kidder. He's the author of It's All About Everything. Byron is a speaker, entrepreneur, engineer. My gosh, he's everything. Life and business coach. So we'll be back with him about some positive energy and what you need to do to make money today. And I'm Rich Rosso, Danny Ratliff. You're listening to The Lance Roberts Show on 700 KSCV. We will be right back.
Want a longer talk with Lance about your money? Request a personal one-on-one at lancerobertshow.com.